Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. Today is February 18th, 2020. My name is Pasini. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. Today, I want to talk about why my eBay sales could be slow. You know, I didn't say why your sales could be slow. I'm saying why mine could be slow. I want to make this singular. I want to keep it to me only, not to you guys out there, because some of you out there may be making a lot of sales, as opposed to somebody like me who's got slow sales or no sales, or as I like to say, snail sales. But anyway, I got a couple of windows open up, and I want to expand on each topic for a little bit. I don't know how long this video is going to be, so if you want to stick around and hear me out, you may get something out of this video. Then again, it may not be interesting to you, but I hope it is. I go to these websites, I do research, not only to help me out, but to help you guys out. And it's just to give you a little idea of what could be happening, okay? What's going on with sales. Now, after this video, I'd like to do another video on how to add videos into your eBay listings, hopefully to promote sales. So it's kind of like if you could, that's going to be coming up after this video here. I'm not going to endure it all into one, it'd be too much. So without further ado, let me go to those windows. Let me expand on a topic. You might find it kind of interesting. I hope you do. So without further ado, let's jump right to it. Okay, before I get started, I just want to let the new subscribers know that I do not read everything verbatim off these websites. I will give you the URL, and the rest is up to you if you like to pick up where I left off. And I also want to throw another little disclaimer in there. I do not have any affiliate links with these companies outside of eBay, which I sell on eBay exclusively. I don't have any affiliate links, so anytime I give you a URL for a website, has nothing to do with me. I'm just getting this information from Google Alerts, and therefore I like to share the information with you guys. So just want to throw that out there. Okay, let me give you the first URL. This is from republicworld.com, so it's www.republicworld.com. And what I also want to say before I get into this here, I highly recommend that everybody will go to these websites because they have active hyperlinks on there, and therefore you're not going to, if you pause my video, you're not going to be able to activate them. So you might want to just leave it at that there, okay? You might want to definitely go to those websites and, pick up like that, because you're not going to get anything if you just hit the video, if you pause the video. They have all active hyperlinks. Not that you may be interested in some of them, but then again, there may be stuff you might want to read up on. So anyway, as you know, as everybody knows right now, the big talk right now is the coronavirus going on. Okay, as you can see in this story here, okay, and I got quite a few stories that's going to talk about coronavirus. I'm going to show you how it's affecting businesses as well. This one here is, it goes on, the title is Amazon eBay sell t-shirts with coronavirus quotes later removes it after outrage. Now, folks, I'm not going to expand too much in this topic here. It's self-explanatory. This story came out February 16, 2020. And you guys could read the story if you choose to do so. But I personally, I know there's print on demand. There's all those type of companies that have this here where you could print out t-shirts. On the other hand, this might not be a good way to go at this time. Okay, as you could see, it's not real. According to that title, it's not really a good thing here. You can read more into it. I'm not going to get into it, okay, because it's pretty sad, okay. But I'm not going to read into this. But you could check it out for yourself, okay. You know the URL. It's republicworld.com. If you want to read more into the story, and the reason why I did it is because it deals with eBay. And as you guys know, I am an avid seller on eBay. I've been with eBay for over 20 years. So any stories that deal with eBay, I will post out there. In some cases, this one happens to be something that deals with eBay. So check it out. You can read more into it. I'm not going to. Okay. Another story here. Again, this is from TameBay. So let me give you the URL. It's www.tamebay.com. This story was posted February 17, 2020. And it goes on to say coronavirus merchandise removed from eBay. Now, we're just not reading too much into this. I don't think there's much to read into it, but yeah, I guess there is here. But I'm not going to read too much into it. That's why I gave you a URL, and you could pick up where I left off. It says eBay has removed coronavirus merchandise listing as a profit for the human tragedy and breach their disaster the disaster and tragedy policy. Okay, now this is a policy that eBay has in place when it comes to the things of this nature. I personally, I will not embark on these type of things. Okay, when things like this nature things, things happen, I will not sit there and embark on it. I'm not going to capitalize off of something like this here. However, eBay picked up on it and they removed the merchandise there. Okay, can't blame them. So if you guys want to check this out, again, I'm not going to repeat it again, but definitely go see over here onto the right side where my mouse cursor moving. These are all active hyperlinks, okay? And you may want to read more into this here. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you go to the website itself, okay? Like I said again, I'm not going to expand too much on this topic here, on any of these topics, but I will show you how it's affecting businesses, though. It says over here, Apple, this one here is from BBC.com, so I got two of them from BBC.com. This one here is BBC.com, www.bbc.com. And it goes on to say here, Apple warns coronavirus will hurt iPhone supplies. This came out February 17, 2020. You can see it over here. It's got another little active hyperlink, coronavirus outbreak. It's pretty serious stuff that's going on over there in China. I feel bad. I'm praying for those people over there that they will able to get control of this. Well, I'm not going to say it's a pandemic, but I'm just saying I hope they get control of this here, because the way it's spreading over there, it's terrible. I was reading other stories about it, and it's horrible what those poor people are going through over there. My prayers go out to them. I hope they could get a control on this here, and I'm not so much concerned with the business. I'm concerned with the people over there. I hope and pray that they'll get control of it, and things will stop. I just feel so bad. That's all I could tell you. Reading the stories and stuff like that. I mean, I could tell you other stories I read on this stuff, and I get so many different email alerts on things, and this has been one of them that's been popping up a lot, and I really do feel bad for these people. But the business is one thing, but people are different. This is a different story. I'm concerned about the people. The business is one thing, but it's sad what's going on over there. But anyway, yeah, this is Apple's, like I said, they're talking about hurting their iPhone supply. So, I mean, but this is what's going on, folks, with this here. Here's an article from the BBC. Coronavirus. Starbucks closes 2,000 Chinese branches. This came out, this came out January, according to this here, January 29, 2020. And it goes on to say Starbucks has closed half of its outlets in China to protect the staff and support government efforts to contain the coronavirus. So it's really... what's going on over there is really horrible. It really is. I don't even want to expand too much on it, but I don't think I gave you a URL. Oh, yeah, I did. I think I did. It's the same one there, bbc.com. So, yeah, this is what's going on over there, folks, with this coronavirus thing. I even did, what do you call it? Again, and I'm saying this here in regards to why my sales or our eBay sales, I can't speak for everybody because there are people still making sales out there. But, I just want to put it out there for those of us who are seasoned sellers that are experiencing slow sales. This could play a role in it. World events, I read this once before on another eBay community chat. Someone put it on there, and they were saying that in some cases, what's going on in the world will affect the sales. And I could see it happening because I myself, I'll be doing research on eBay, trying to ante up my sales, try to get them to, boost sales up by, doing research on them. And I get these notations, notifications on my screen here popping up. This is coming up, all news events, news alerts, and it is distracting. And I'll have to be honest with you guys. When I do get them, I do stop what I'm doing just to read up into what's going on. And lo and behold, it takes time away from me because then I start getting engrossed in the topic, and the next thing you know, I'm putting my work aside. So yeah, this is a pretty serious thing, and I do believe honestly that world events can cause problems like this. Who's got time to think about buying stuff on eBay when you're thinking about, world events such as the coronavirus or whatever other things going on? Then you got the other political issues going on. I'm not going to get into that because, as you guys know, if you don't, I do not discuss religion and politics on my YouTube channel, so I don't get into those topics. But there is so much distraction out there when it comes to working on a business, and people will say, well, that's your fault. And it is. It's mine. I should just, ignore it when they come in. Just, okay, the little news alert comes in, just click it off. don't bother with it. No matter how enticing the title is to want to make you read it, you think to yourself, okay, forget about it. I'm not reading into this here. I got things to do. I got to worry about my eBay business. I got to worry about my YouTube, channel, putting some good content out there. I don't really have time to sit there and read into it, but it happens. But anyway, I typed in there, and this came up here. This was came out February 5th, 2020. This is an open forum. It's nothing that's could be hidden here. So, anybody could see it. You can go to the eBay community, yourself, and you can read up into this if you like to. But a person wrote over here, China mail will take 4 days to get to the U.S. At the very soonest. It cannot survive that long. As most of us know, it takes weeks to get items from China. You are safe. Okay. Then it goes on. Much greater concern is what's happening to my friends in China who have been buying from there, buying items there for years. And this here, I believe, I'm not going to read too much into this here. Let's see what the store says. Their stores are empty. What used to be 3,000 plus items for sale is now 0 items available. We need to report. We need a report. Someone needs to let us know that all the Chinese sellers on eBay who have been selling their stuff for years are okay. Okay, many of them have empty stores. Their holiday has been canceled. They're not on vacation. They're just gone. Not one of them, but many are no longer here. My phone crashes trying to open up eBay mail, so I've never been able to read my messages I can't send out. I don't know if they're okay. Now, this is a person that's concerned about what's going on. You can see here it says pray for China. This is a person that is concerned. There are a lot of people that are concerned what's going on here. It says, thank you for your gentle reminder. Prayers are going up, as you can see here. And these are people on the eBay community chat board that are concerned about what's going on with this coronavirus thing. Now, this could just be a part of it, a good part of it, as to why some sales may be affecting others, as opposed to, myself. Me, I've been really experiencing low sales since a lot of this stuff is happening. I noticed it myself. Now, I don't know about you guys. You may say, well, to be honest with you, my sales are still going strong. And if they are, that's great. I wish you all the best. But from right now, for what's going on with me, I'm not getting any sales. And this is going on, the second week of February? The third week of February? Am I looking at the calendar right? Yeah. So for me, right now, it's kind of like Deadsville. But as you can see, it is affecting people. Well, people are concerned about it. So I'm not going to expand too much on this here. You can go to the eBay community chat board and you can read more into it. I do have some more over here open up for eBay, but we're going to get to that in a little bit. Right now, I'm doing this video for the simple reason is because I want to share share information with you guys as to why these things may be happening. I'm going to bump around here, so if you see me bumping around here, don't be alarmed. I'm going to go to the next windows here, and then we're going to go back and talk a little more about eBay. Let me just share this with you guys really quick. This came out, this is the next 3 windows are going to open up here, actually 4, I'm sorry, from e-commerce bytes. So let me give you the URL. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. This story came out February 18, 2020. This is today. It says eBay, more sales tax laws are coming. Okay. Well, actually, this was posted, actually, no, it came out February 16th. I'm sorry, folks. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking up over here. There was one that had something with the date on it. Oh, right here I'm looking. I'm sorry, right over here. That's the latest news. Okay. This one came out February 16, 2020. It says eBay, more sales tax laws are coming. Just read a little into it here. eBay's government relations team provided an update on the issue on the online sales tax in a post on the eBay Main Street website on Thursday. That the message states they were busy in a 2019 update and enacting sales tax laws following Supreme Court South Dakota versus Wayfair decision, and the states are resuming activity in 2020. I've already talked about this here, that there are quite a few states right now, not all of them, but quite a few of them, and they're going to be jumping on ship soon that are going to require taxes to be collected in that state. Even if you're not if you're a Nexus state, meaning I do business in New York. I'm going to be required to do that. But I just want to state one thing, though, in regards to the sales tax thing. I've talked about it once before. I print out my transaction details on PayPal, and on the PayPal transaction details, you'll see taxes are paid by eBay, something along that line there. They say it on it. It's right on a transaction detail. And so the way I'm assuming, I know what they said about assumption, but the way I assume it to be, from what I understand it to be, is that eBay will be collecting taxes on your behalf, and they will submit it to that tax jurisdiction in that state. All right, now I don't know how many states exactly are into it. I did a video a while back on it. You're gonna have to, I don't remember which one it was. I'm sorry, folks. I got over 1,000 videos. I can't remember verbatim which one it was, but I talked about it once before. If you're in doubt, you could just do a Google search on on eBay sales taxes, whatever, and you'll get a whole bunch of hits on it. You could read it yourself. I don't know. The video, like I said, I did it was a while back, so I can't remember. But anyway, it goes on to say here, nearly every state, okay, right, check this out, nearly every state with sales tax had adopted a remote seller law, eBay wrote, and 39 jurisdictions, 38 states, okay, here we go, I didn't know how many it was, 38 states plus Washington, D.C. extended collection requirements to marketplace facilitators like eBay. eBay said that under the marketplace facilitator laws, it is required to calculate, collect, and remit sales tax on behalf of the sellers. There you go. For items shipped to the customers in those states. So the way I'm reading this here, they're going to be extending the taxes on our behalf as a seller's behalf, okay? Like I said, again, there's a lot of, when it comes to sales and stuff like that, making sales on eBay, there's a lot of variables involved with this here. I'm going to get involved with, I'm also going to talk a little about the 2019 full seller update. I was watching on YouTube, eBay seller who has a YouTube channel brought this to my attention. I'm going to share it with you guys really quick. Okay, let's see what else we got over here. I think I talked a little more about this here. You could read more into this. Very interesting, and it's just like I thought it was. What I understood it to be that eBay will collect the sales tax and remit it to those tax jurisdictions on our behalf. So that's good. That's a big help. That's a big help. And let me just explain one other thing too. I'm doing this video not to hurt eBay or anything of that nature. I've been on eBay. I love eBay. I've been with eBay for, like I said, over 20 years. I'm just bringing this to our attention as to why our sales could be slow. Okay, this is not a bash eBay video. No, by no means. I don't do that there. I'm just trying to share for those who may be curious. I'm always curious by nature. I like to know certain things, and I figured, hey, why are my sales slow? And I've been doing a little research and. Some of the stuff here I get is off, the information I'm giving to you guys is off of websites, not me. It's not coming out of my mouth. I'm just repeating what I read. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm just making this stuff off the top of my head. I'm just stating that, maybe this is what could be causing our sales to be slow. So, who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. I don't know. But to me, it looks like it. And the reason why I'm bringing up the sales tax thing is because I heard once before that because of the sales tax, that may be causing people not to buy as much for the simple reason is now they got to pay sales tax. Whereas before, you could buy stuff off eBay, you didn't have to worry about sales tax. So, what are you going to do? It's these things, nothing lasts forever, right? I mean, eventually things come to a screeching halt. And for the people that was selling on eBay, including myself back in those days, it was nice. I noticed a lot of the what do you call it, their fruition, or if you want to call it that there. Back then it was nice because I was making sales, pretty decent sales, not something to write home about, but I had a lot more frequent sales than I do now. But since all these things are changing now with the rules and regulations, with sales tax, and then with eBay doing their updates and upgrades on all their new programs and platforms they're rolling out, it seems to kind of hamper sales. But it is what it is, folks. Like that old saying goes, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, so to speak, but it is what it is. And let me tell you something else. It's not only that eBay has this thing with sales, Amazon, Etsy, Potwash, Poshmark has it where they collect sales tax, and I believe so does Etsy. I think they're all these big companies now jumping into bandwagon as far as that there, which is a big help to us, to be honest with you. As a seller, I think it's a big help where they're taking the initiative to collect the sales tax on our behalf and remitting it there. Because let me tell you something, if you had to do that, that's a lot of work, and that's what I think a lot of people were worried about, including myself. Because if I'm sitting there saying I got to collect sales tax in 38 states or whatever, and I got to remit them to different jurisdictions, who's going to get all this? I suppose if you're a small-time guy, a low-volume seller like myself, I don't have the time or the resources to hire an accountant to do all this here for me. So, it's a big help. And to eBay, I give you kudos, and I appreciate that you're taking the initiative to do that on the seller's behalf. So thank you, eBay. Let's move to the next window here. Now, you're going to talk about some glitches, too, in here, too, that may be causing problems. Again, it's not that, like I said again, I'm not going to blame eBay 100%. People may say, well, how could you not blame if they're causing the glitches? Because I know what they're trying to do is probably make the system work better. And, with anything, when you try to do things and you try to improvise and make things work better, become, a smoother transaction, whatever, sometimes things happen. And what are you going to do, right? I mean, it's not going to be the first glitch they have, and it's not going to be the last. But you got to expect that every time that they do, an upgrade or an update, they mean well. It's just that sometimes it gets a little buggy, and the system doesn't always work right. So you got to bear with it. Anyway, this story came out February 16, 2020. Says eBay sends offer that undercuts item in the shopping cart. Now, I'm going to read a little into this here, but I'm not going to get too much into it because I got quite a few windows I still want to update, go over with you guys. It goes on to say a seller took issue with a marketing email eBay sent her after she put some jewelry, clothing, clothes in her shopping cart. The subject line on the email read, "Similar item found for $1.37 less than 10 pieces of silver polishing cloth, cleaning jewelry, cleaning cloth, anti-tarnish tool SL." So it goes on to say here, she didn't understand why eBay would send her a link to listings for tongue ring jewelry when she was purchasing jewelry cleaning cloths. I know what she's referring to. I think it is kind of, well, I think it's irrelevant, but I know what she's referring to because I found that myself, that if I do searches on eBay, I'll be looking up for certain things. Let's say I'm putting up for toner cartridges. And of course, but they all interrelate, and I think that's what eBay's algorithm's picking up. It's all either, it all interrelates. Like you type in the word jewelry, it's going to pick up those there. You know what I'm saying? As it goes along in a search. I'll give you an example. When I'm looking up toner cartridges for my HP printers, I put in it specifically, and I definitely put the things in there, the words. I put the, type out the information. Like I got the HP 7520 all-in-one printer. I'll put that information there. It starts bringing up toner cartridges for the printer, which is they relate to each other, But I guess it's the way eBay sets it up in some cases. They could probably have a differentiation thing there where it's just strictly, and I'm not saying all, but for the most part they do have it that way. But to have it more, how you could say it, more categorized in a sense that if you're looking up strictly toner cartridges, you're going to have all the toner cartridges listed. I'm not saying they don't work. It's not working that way. It is, but every now and then you're going to get a mixture of different things in there. I've seen it happen myself. Maybe you guys haven't. I have. And I know it could be a little frustrating. I could see what this buyer is talking about. But it is what it is. So let's just read a little more in here. It says, in addition to wondering if the feature listing was relevant, sellers who succeed in getting a customer to put their items in their cart may wonder why eBay pushes a shopper to purchase different seller items instead of nudging to the complete purchase. I understand. That's like the promoted listing or sponsored ads. I've talked about that once before. That's the only thing. I love eBay. I don't like when they put other people's ads on my real estate. And I said it once before. You're probably saying, what do you mean real estate? Real estate meaning I paid 30 cents. All right, well, I got the 100 free listings, okay? But let's say I was just an average person who's starting to sell on eBay, and it's costing me 35 or 30 cents, right? For 30 cents with the store, 35 without it. And I'm paying for my listing to be on there, right? My item to be on your listing. I already paid for it. And I don't really want to see other people's listings under mine. And if you don't believe me, sign out of your account and just pretend you're signing in as somebody, as a total stranger, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Check out your listings. You'll see what your listings. I did a video on it. And you're going to see that your listing will pop up, of course, but right below it, before they get to the description, they're going to have the sponsored selling ad, similar ones or whatever, of that particular item you're selling. And it's going to be right there, right below you get to the description. And I said it once before, and I said, I hope eBay will change that one day and just have it where you're strictly looking at your items. Now, if you sign in on your account and you look up your particular item that you're selling, those, from what I understand, it doesn't show up on you when you sign in. It only signs up, and you'll see those advertisements when you're not signed in as a person that's just coming, just like say a stranger coming into his site, and they're just typing in your listing or that particular item. Then you will notice it. I think you guys got the gist of it. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm not going to get involved too much with this here, folks, because like I said, I got some more windows open up here, and I want to just go over them really quick with you, hopefully. Okay. What's this other one here? All right, we'll get to that one a little bit about the throttling thing. You probably wonder, what am I talking about throttle? Okay, anyway, this one here, someone put this here, an annoying eBay bug hiding products from display. Here's a video of me refreshing my browser repeatedly on my profile page. Notice how most of the time, most of the items are not displayed. Now, you could copy and paste this onto the browser. I'm not going to go into it right now, into your browser, and you'll pick it up. It's a YouTube video. And it's showing, it's been reported by Look By Love, whatever. And you'll see what this person's talking about. They're claiming on the e-commerce EKG that this is a problem, and that's why they're bringing it to our attention. This story, I think, was posted, February 18, 2020. That was today. So what are you going to do? I mean, like I said again, it's going to be full of glitches, but I don't know. I know, but just definitely check it out if you get a chance. You'll see the e-commerce EKG on e-commerce Bytes, the same website I gave you. So check it out if you get a chance. All right. Now, another one I want to talk about really quick here with e-commerce Bytes is this one here. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. This story was posted May 26, 2018. It goes on to say, is eBay sales slowing down due to throttling? Now, people say, wait, throttling? What are you talking about throttling? I'm not going to get too much again into this here, but it goes on to say here, and for those who don't know, Ina Steiner is the founder and co-founder of the e-commerce Bytes and the owner. So it's either, I believe this is going to probably be a seller, yes, because sometimes you get sellers and buyers writing into her. So whenever you see Dear Ina, these are either sellers or buyers, just like you and I, will write into her and want to get some feedback. So it goes on to say, Dear Ina, I am an eBay seller for the past few years, and I'm just trying to figure out why my sales have hit a brick wall. My sales are down 80% since the same time a year ago. I'm a part-time seller with less than 200 items, but I usually average a gross about $27,000 a year. That's not bad for a part-time seller. I think so. I think it's pretty good, according to this story here when it came out. My sales this month are so far $466. Is this caused by throttling? Is it ever going to end? And then it goes on to say, I've asked eBay, of course, no answer. But I thought maybe some of your regulars might have discussed the situation. Thank you for any information you may have. L. Okay, now on this site too, that's another thing I want to tell you. When you go to e-commerce Bytes, always go down and read the comments. And I said it before and I'll say it again. I found that reading the comments from other sellers and buyers, they bring things to your attention that you might not have been aware of. Okay, now I never heard the term throttle until I went to this site. Okay, I've heard it before. And I was like, what is it? What do you mean eBay throttling? But there was a story, a video, I can't remember again. I did it a while back about this here. And they had one of the, I think it was either vice president of sales and marketing or a senior vice president, whatever, actually did a video and talked about the sales, what they do, what they hide certain things or whatever. I can't remember it. If I do, I will drop a link below and you could check out that video. I can't remember offhand where it was, but I know I did a video on it. So this is a comment from a person here, probably a seller. It says, I experienced the same thing. Once you start to lose sales, your account is throttled on visibility. The only way to improve visibility is with sales. That's how eBay works, and you could see it in its terminal, and you can see it is terminal with no way out. Okay, sorry that it's happening to you. I went back into the workforce and have no eBay stress. I'll tell you the truth, the way it looks for me, I might be going back to the workforce myself. Let me just get a little swig of water here. That's what happens when you sit here reading too quick and talking too much. It goes on to say, there's another one here. It says, well, I believe eBay does throttle sales for whatever reason they have from time to time. And then it goes on to say, as we all know, they hide our listings from time to time as well. Both of those, both of which does not help sellers at all, because your sales are low / slow right now doesn't mean that it's eBay is doing it. Okay. Then it goes on to say here, it may be eBay, but don't get me wrong, they do this stuff all the time. Now I don't know. I don't know where these people are getting their information from. Are they talking to eBay teammates? Do they know somebody that works at eBay? I don't know, okay? I don't know how they come up with these here. I don't know, and this is why I bring it to your attention, or I'm reading it because, and I give you the websites, because if I was to tell you this stuff, you'd say, this guy's making this stuff up. I'm only reading what's being posted out there. So it goes on to say they do this stuff from time to time, but it all may be a lower pool of buyers too. I know I'm slow this month too. But for me, leading into the summer is usually a bit slower than the rest of the year, with August being the worst month of the year for me typically. And they're going to have a whole bunch of things here. You could see, so look at this guy. He rolled like look at the size of this thing. I'm not going to read this. I'll get tongue-tied. But they got to check out, definitely check out the URL. I highly recommend you check it out. And if you can't find this here, just type in, is eBay sales slowed down due to throttling, and it'll bring you to this page. You could read more into it, okay? All right, let's bump out of here. Now, here's another story first, before we get into that throttling thing again. I typed this here on the eBay community chat board, as you can see right here. This is the eBay's chat board, not mine. And anybody can get to it if you want. It's an open forum. You could read to it. So I'm showing you anything that's private here. You can go there by going, I guess, to www.community.ebay.com. Or you could just type in the words, do a Google search, the eBay community, or just type in the topic you want. It goes like to, again, I was typing in the throttling again, and this came out February 26, 2018. This is what eBay throttle account data looks like over the 6 months period. Now again, you could come here, you could post yourself, you could share a post if you want, you could bookmark it, whatever. It goes on to say here, when a seller's account gets throttled, it goes from steady sales to no sales for extended periods of time. Okay, and they're going to have here a little information here, and I think you could pull this information off from your seller hub. I think that's what this person did here, and you'll see your sales and stuff like that, and here, like it says, transaction from all traffic, sales conversion rate, and so on and so forth. This is just the basic snapshots of what this person's talking about. Most likely it's theirs, no doubt. And you could read a little more into this here if you go to the the eBay community chat board. Again, I'm not going to expand too much on the topic. I think I already talked enough about it, but let's read a little more into this here. I'm sorry if I'm bouncing around. I don't want to go to these windows just yet. Okay, what's this other one here? Okay, I got two windows open up. Sorry about that. Good. The less windows, the better. Okay, and this one goes on here. Why sales slow down? Why sales slow down? The real answer for small sellers dedicated to one product type. This came out January 2nd, 2020. I first posted this close to 7 years ago in response to thousands of small, low-volume sellers, which is me, who have watched the sales figures fall through the roof in the first quarter of 2013. Now, this guy is basing it back on the 2013 sales. Many of those sellers brought their concerns here. Time to post it again. Feedback dictates who your buyers are and who they are not. Now, all goes over here. Over the past 7 years, I have noticed that sales spikes only when the consistent flow of feedback is received by buyers who are buying runs of listings contained with one product category, sold by low-volume sellers who do not have multiple category items and are cross-branded listings. Once the feedback stops coming in, Pasini, that's the search engine, will send your newly listed items to the dark corners of the search results. What's left for relist will never been seen in the search result, no matter how it looks for it. You won't even find your own listing in the search results, believe me. Now, again, I've done things of that nature where I check out my listings periodically. I look for telltale signs, okay? And one of the telltale signs I look for is views, how many views I get after I list it, and if I'm getting any watches on there, okay? If I see something with very little views on there, that could be me doing a search on it, and maybe I'm the one that brought that first view in here. But if I see stuff with really low views, or not even a watcher, well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean because you have a potential watcher, it means that the person's going to buy it. I had stuff with no watches, and they still bought merchandise. But I've had that happen where I did look up one of my listings, and I have not seen it on eBay or the Google search. I did a Google search and on eBay. Oh, no, on eBay you'll see it. I meant to say on Google, when you're doing a Google search on there. I didn't see it on there. For whatever reason, I don't remember what it was. If people can ask me, do you know what it was? I don't recall what it was. But I remember I had that a couple of situations. And I called up eBay, the customer service there, and I asked them, I said, hey, I'm looking up an item here and I don't see it. And then lo and behold, they'll look it up on Google and say, oh, well, I found it over here. I said, and I said, how could that be? I said, I looked up, they go, well, how did you type it in? I go, I copied and pasted off my eBay listing. I put it in the what do you call it there, in the Google search engine, and I haven't seen it. And according to her, she's seen it. Now, I don't know if they did a quick update really quick on it, or maybe it's the way I don't know what the big deal is, because I'm copying and paste off of eBay, and I copy and paste it into the Google search. I didn't find it. Maybe I didn't look good enough. I don't know. But I know what this person's referring to. But again, reading a little more into this here, it says, but here's the real catch. Okay, I'm skipping down now and getting, picking up where I left off. And it says over here, while this is all happening, your sales are plummeting, you'll notice that nearly 100% of your buyers you sold to and who never left you a feedback have far less feedback than you do. Now, that's true. I have to be honest with you. When you look at my feedback, I have, 1280 right now. And to be honest with you, there are a lot of buyers out there that have not left me positive feedback. Well, hopefully, let's say I can't say positive. I would like to think positive, but I am 100% right now positive. Feedback. They don't leave feedback there. I should have a lot more than that. At least I would say I did it once before, a computation of sellers and buyers. I don't really sell too much. I mean, I buy, but from the people I did, that bought from me, I should be up at least, not that it's much, at least 2,000, maybe even 3,000, feedbacks. But they don't want to leave. It's their choice. If they're happy with it, they'll leave it. If they're not, they just won't do anything. It's not required. That's totally up at their discretion if they want to leave you a feedback. So, yeah, I should have a lot more, but it's true what this person's talking about. But anyway, I don't want to get too much in that. And I want to point out another thing as to why our sales could be slow, or I should say mine. Okay, but I can't speak for everybody, because other people may say, well, hey, your sales may be slow, but mine ain't. All right, so let's read a little into this here. A person brought this to my attention. This is for the fall 2019 fall update, okay, as far as I understand. And it goes on to say over here, categories have play a big role in this as well. And this is another reason why maybe your sales, maybe my sales are being stifled to some point. I don't know. But it goes on to say, it says, starting this fall, which we know the fall already started. I'm just picking up on here. Starting this fall, category changes include additions, removals, and renames will go into effect. Okay. Now, category updates will create more intuitive buying, selling, and search experience, and bring eBay closer to a closer alignment with the industry standard classifications. Okay. The updates will also help international buyers find your items. I don't sell international, so even if it was rectified, I don't do international. But anyway, it goes on to say here, if you listed an item in one or below categories of your and your listing is impacted by these changes, eBay will automatically move your listings to the most relevant category. Keep that in mind, folks. Keep that in mind, okay? So what you might think you have, eBay's going to probably move it around, okay? It's because due to the changes, okay? Because they're updating these things. So keep that in mind. Here, changes effective October 15, 2019. Business and industrial, cameras and photos, cell phones and accessories, clothing, shoes and accessories, computer/tablets and networking, consumer electronics, home and garden, toys and hobbies, videos and games and consoles. Okay, basically what they're talking about here is pretty much what I sell. I'm in that kind of in this little group here. And then it goes on here, changes effective January 28, 2020, which we already passed. Home and garden, kids, teens at home, bath, yard and garden, and outdoor living, wholesale lots, home improvement, pet supplies, baby and crafts. Okay, now look over here. View impacted categories. If we click this on here, we're going to see the impacted categories, right? Well, or we're going to talk about it. Okay. Well, okay. Basically, they want you to check this out in the PDF file. So for more information on affected categories, please click the links below. Download, and if you click it on here, let's do it together. Let's see what happens here. Right? I'm just going to go with the first one for argument's sake. Let's see. Let's click this on. Okay. All right. So let's make this a little bigger here. How do I make it? There we go. Let's see what they're talking about here. This is their changes here. Okay, October 29th, the U.S. category changes. New, 277 count. Retired, 197. Rename. See, these things, believe it or not, because they're renamed and they're moved or whatever, it could, like I said again, it could cause a little, a decline in sales probably, because if their category, let's say you put a specific thing in a category and they updated or renamed it, it might take that out of that search category. You know what I'm saying? So it could have a little effect on it. But if you look over here, these are the U.S. category changes. Again, you can look at it. Here's the category IDs. Okay, this is a very basic spreadsheet here. It's okay. It does the job, right? And then to talk about, here's this, the countries, right? That's going to have an effect on, I believe. All right. Let's see what else here. How many pages? Oh, wow. It's 85 pages. I'm looking at the count up here. It's like, holy smokes. See, now look, let's just look over here. For example, all right, they put over here bookcases. All right, and I don't know what this is part of. Okay, benches and stools, but let's look at one over here. Here's bookcases, okay? Then it's got the dates here, when it predates, whatever. Unspecified unknown date, renamed from unknown, okay? Now, the renamed ones, again, these could be a problem for people in these categories, all right? Yeah, I'm not going to go through all 85 pages. You could check that out yourself. Let's see over here. Category changes, archive. Right, you can click this one here as well. Like I said again, I don't want to take too much of your time up here. Here's the previous U.S. category change. Let's click this on and see what this is all about. Oh boy! All right, you can see up here it says only change, new, move, and move intro. Oh, we'll move into, move from, rename, move, and renamed. Okay. All right, and these are the ones here they're going to talk about as well. Okay, unspecified, unknown, so on and so forth. And I could just how many pages this is here. I'm looking at the cursor thing here. This is a lot. Again, you guys could check that out as well. All right. You could go to the previews if you're in doubt and just check it out. All right. The other thing, though, I just want to point out really quick. He pointed out to me. Well, he didn't, but he said it there once before. He brought out. It's good. I'm glad I went to this guy's website. It says over here where let's read this really quick. Item specific updates that help buyers find your listings. Okay, reading a little into. We're going to read a lot of this into this here, and then we're going to pretty much get rid of this to close the video out. It says we're continuing to make it easy for buyers to find your listings quickly and easily, providing targeted guidance about the item specifics. That's another one. You got categories and you got item specifics that matter to most buyers, specific described in selling, such as brand, make, model, size, color, and style. If you do not include the item specifics when you list, your listings may not appear in the natural and filtered search results. You see that, folks? Here, let's do this again. I already read this here. I'll highlight this here. Right here. See that? Keep that in mind. This is what could be causing slow sales. Could be, I said. Then it goes on to say here, let's read the next one here. It goes, we're adding hundreds of new item specifics across several categories. Item specifics are surfaced in order of importance. Example, frequency of use by buyers in search. Some item specifics are already required when you create the new listings or revise existing listings in home and garden category. Starting October 15, 2019, additional item specifics will be required. If you did not fill out the required item specifics, your listing will not successfully publish. You see that? Again, let's go back to here. Let's read this here. All right. Right over here. Okay. Right here. If you do not fill out the required item specifics, your listings will not successfully publish. Okay? Affected categories, and it goes in there. Of course, it's talking about toys, fashion, home and garden, and so on and so forth. And then here, eBay is telling you, we strongly encourage you to fill out the recommended item specifics. Okay? Complete and accurate item specifics can increase the visibility of your listings in eBay search results, Google search and Google shopping, and help your buyers find exactly what they're looking for. So again, they give me like this a little idea here, like a little example. Item specifics required. Buyers need these more item specifics about your item. Okay, they just talk a little about it, and then they got the required, recommended, and so on. Now you could read more into this here. Okay, you could read more into this here in regards to getting your items listed up on eBay and stuff like that. Look, eBay's putting the tools out there. Okay, they're putting this information out there for us. If it's just like me. Let me move out of this window here. Okay, it's just like me. I'm putting this information out here to you guys, and what you take away from it is what you take away from it. I'm only trying to help. That's what my YouTube channel is all about, to help, inspire, and share. Okay, I go through the trouble to look up these things here. I know people say, well, I could do the same thing, but I try to, like, make it where it's, less work for you. Okay, I'm a seller on eBay. Like I said, I've been selling on eBay for over 20 years, and I love eBay. And this video, all my videos, are not to bash or hurt eBay in any way, size, shape, or form. Okay, I joke around with it in my other videos. I talk about, I say, I have a love-hate relationship with eBay. I love them when I'm making money. I hate them when I'm not. But I say it in a kidding way. I joke around with them in regards with that there. But I put out this information, folks, to help, really, to give you a little idea of what's going on out there. All right. I myself, I'm curious by nature. I wrote this down. I always keep a pen and pad. I think about, I'm not saying I storyboard my stuff, but I sit here with a pen and pad after I look at the Google alerts I get from all these different companies. Okay, I get them on Amazon, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, you name it. I pretty much get them, but I pretty much focus in on eBay because I'm an eBay seller, and there are a lot of people out there that do sell on eBay. I'm not saying because I put this information out, I'm going to have all eBay sellers on my YouTube channel hitting my channel, because there's tons of other YouTube people out there that sell on eBay. They put out good content too. Okay, I try to keep it. I try to break it up a little. That's why I do the reseller news. I took out Let's Talk about it. I just want to say one thing in regard to the reseller news, and I just want to talk about this really quick before I do close out this video. Well, before I close it, actually, I just want to say I hope you guys got a takeaway from this, okay? I hope this information helped. If it did, thumbs up would really be nice. Let me know, hey, I appreciate what you do for me, that you put it out there for us guys out there, okay? If you want to, I appreciate it. It lets me know I'm doing something right, and I'm getting the message across to you guys. That's what it's all about. But in regards, with that set aside, I just want to say this also. If you noticed, I talked about this here, for the subscribers who've been with me through thick and thin. And again, I want to say thank you to them as always. And every now and then I say that, I throw it out there. I do appreciate you, for the people that have been hanging in there with me, my subscribers, my loyal subscribers. Thank you. I've changed the banner. It's still the same, but the only thing is I changed up on there is, like I said, it says Let's Talk eBay. The reseller news type of thing, I don't know if I'm going to keep that in the mix, so to speak. Because I figured, I know I talked this before, people say, wait, didn't you say there was a differentiation there? Yeah, I know, but it is, I think sometimes it could be a little too much, reselling news, Let's Talk eBay. I think sometimes people get a little inundated with that, and then I do vlogging as another one that's in the mix. I think people will get too much stuff in there, it could be too confusing, so I figured let me just keep it as Let's Talk eBay. But everything else is still the same on there on the banner. Like I said, it'll say, online reseller, entrepreneur, vlogger, and then I will be sharing the latest eBay news and updates as it happens. So that's basically a new banner. It's basically the same thing, just a little text movement, but yeah, it's basically going to be like that going forward. I also want to just say too that if you guys out there, who have comments, if you want to share ideas with us or with me, or you want to how do you say, talk about a certain topic or issue, drop it in the comment below. I mean, I'd be more than happy to respond to you, and so as long as they're nice comments. And if you want to hear me talk about different things, I will talk about them within reason if they're good things to talk about, right? I'd be more than happy. I'm always open for suggestions, and like I said, I like to hear new things and stuff like that. I'm going to be still doing vlogging too, just to let you know. I will eventually, be doing some vlogging on. Maybe I'll talk about the software I use to create my YouTube channel. Software I use. I like to talk about do-it-yourselves as time goes on too. I like to. If you look at my videos from the past videos, I mean, way back when I registered with YouTube back in July. It's funny with both of them, right? eBay was July of 1999, and YouTube was July of 2013. So, but back then I didn't really do much with YouTube because, like at the time, I was very shy and stuff like that. I said, hey, I don't want to go on YouTube. I don't want the whole world to see me. I didn't, but then I was very shy back then. But now I'm on just about not a lot of social platforms, but I'm on basically, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, and I got a couple of Facebook groups as well. So I'm pretty much out there in the social media platforms. But I'm not any more shy. I tell it like it is. And eventually, if you're a person like that, the way I used to be in regards to creating a channel, you're thinking about it, you'll break out of that shell soon enough. Believe me. A lot of people don't want it. Like, I even talk to relatives about my YouTube channel. They go, oh, no, no, no. I go, you want to? I could take a picture of you guys right now, a video of right now on a fly. We could go on Instagram. I'm also on Instagram too. We go on Instagram. Oh, no, 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 no videos. I don't want to be on. I don't want to be on any of those platforms. They get very shy. Like, they don't want to be on there. I don't care. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just talking about my business and talking about my personal experiences I share with eBay. And sometimes I share some of my own personal things. I don't get too much into my personal background, but I don't mind sharing little things here and there, little tidbits of stuff. But if you look at some of my videos, how I started back in the day, I say back in the day, I really started getting into it back in 2016 when I lost my job. I went through 2 company layoffs, one company bankruptcy. And 2016, I threw my hat in here and I said, hey, look, let me try doing this here at eBay, start my YouTube channel, start producing more videos. And I said, let me, try eBay, throw my hat in with eBay, see if I could do that on a full-time basis. When I had a full-time job right up to that point, I was doing eBay as a part-time side business, a little side hustle, so to speak. I wasn't going to quit my job because I loved my job back then. I loved all the jobs I had until I got laid off or a company went bankruptcy. Why would you want to give up a job where you got a pension and 401k and you're getting bonuses every year to do eBay? Not that I'm saying, it's a bad thing, but there's no way in comparison, if you weigh out the options, there's no way I'm doing that. Like, I can't compare eBay to my job. There's no comparison there, to be honest with you. So I just want to tell you that there. And lastly, when it comes to making a decision like that, I just want to throw this out there. When it comes to doing eBay full time, make sure you work your numbers out, okay? And let me just tell you something really quick. Don't quit your day job just yet. Okay, no, seriously. And I'm not saying this to be mean. And again, it's not to, I'm not bad-mouthing eBay and saying, oh, if you go to eBay, that company, you're not going to do anything with that. I'm nothing of the sort. Because I think sometimes people get this mindset from other people, and they see them, well, they're doing good, so I could do good. Remember, there's a lot of competition out there, folks. That's another thing, too, that could be slowing down the sales, too. I mean, I think, I'm not going to say there is. I know it is, because I look at when I do my research on the items I'm listing, there are people out there that's selling the same exact thing. And I look at something like my brother gave me this old clock. I think it dates back to, I think the 50s, whatever. It's a nice wooden clock. It's on eBay right now. I think it's 50s. I could be wrong. But anyway, it's all wood, and General Electric puts it out. And I thought, oh, this looks pretty interesting. So maybe, hopefully there's not a lot of people that have it out there. And I think mine is old. I don't know exactly how old, but I know it's a vintage clock. And I'm looking and saying, oh, maybe I might have some. I typed it in there. And depending how you type it in, it's going to make a big decision when it comes to searching. It does. There is a differentiation there. If you type in, if you put vintage, clock, whatever, General Electric, and the model number in there, versus without it, you're going to get hits like that. I do a lot of watchcount.com. If you go to watchcount.com, you could get an idea like that too. I've already talked about that in my other videos. If you ever want to do research on a specific item, go to watchcount.com. That's the URL for it, www.watchcount.com. And if you're going to sell a specific item, go there, type in a search engine, and they have another version, I think the 2.0 version. That's the one you want to use. That's their latest update software package. And type in that item. And when you type it in, you'll see how many hits it has, how many watches it has. And what I do is when I do an update, or if I'm revising an item, I will go to watchcount.com and I will look and see how many watches are on that item, on that particular item, especially if it's the same exact thing I'm selling. And then I also try to look and get an idea how many people are selling that same exact item. But you always got to remember one thing, though, folks. Some people say, yeah, I've done things like that there, and it's very disheartening to see that so many people are selling that same particular item. You got to understand, I've been on there on Watch Count for a long time, and I've seen people selling those items, but their conditions may not be as good as yours. You might have one that's in really pristine condition, Okay, so you really can't sit there and say, yeah, I went on there and I'm selling a specific item. I don't know. Let's say you're selling a digital camera or whatever it may be. And I see a lot of people selling the same exact thing. Click on their listing and see, is it in excellent condition? Does it have scratches? I've been on one there. I was doing a search on a printer I was selling. I don't remember which model. I mean, I think it was HP. I don't remember which model it was. And I went to that listing. The person had some watches on, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think they had a few watches, not a lot. And I'm looking at, the printer was filthy. It was dirty. I mean, all the which way it was, upside down, everywhere. It was dirty. I mean, and it looked like it was taken in an auto repair shop, you know. It looked like it had grease on it and stuff like that. And this person had it up on eBay. And I'm sitting there saying, if this person could put their item, that printer, I was selling the same model. I don't remember which one it was. It was definitely an HP. I sold quite a few HPs. If this person could sell that, or well, hope not if they're going to sell it, but put that up on eBay, my printers I get are like almost next to new. They're like new. I could literally put in there like new printer. Okay, sometimes I do get printers that are new, but I could put in there like new on any used printer. Because when I go searching for these things, I look for the cleanest printer. Like if there's the thrift store I deal with, they have a whole bunch of printers, a lot of them. I like HPs. I'm an HP guy. Sometimes I'll sell off brands, Epson or whatever, maybe a Dell every now and then. But HP is my favorite brand. I test them out in the store. I do self-testing to make sure they're printing. I also, if they're digital readouts, I like to check and see if they got enough ink in them. If not, then I say, this happened on one occasion. I will buy the printer ink, and I will install brand new ink cartridges in there, and then I put my listing, new cartridge installed on such a date. You know, I'll do that in some cases, not all, some cases. But if the printer has enough ink in it, when I do a self-test, I will bring it home. I clean it inside and out, because sometimes you get the toner residue in there, like it drops dust in there. I will clean it wherever I can stick my hands in there. If I can, I got small special brushes, and I will clean behind there, inside and out of it. I don't take the thing apart, but wherever I can get my hands in, I will clean that printer and make it look like brand new. Okay, inside and out. All right, I don't look for things that I don't look for printers that are broken or whatever, you know, that are damaged or anything. I don't sell stuff like that. However, you could sell it, and you can say for parts not working. Unfortunately, I had a situation like that where I was selling a good printer. It was like brand new. I sent it out to a buyer. The buyer at the last minute decides, I don't want it. They send it back to me. The thing wasn't properly packaged like I sent it to them, and it got damaged coming back here on their behalf because they didn't package it properly. And I ended up having to sell it for parts not working when I could have got actually more money for it. So that's the only time I had bad situations like that as far as with printers. But what I'm trying to get across to you folks is, you know, don't always think because there's a lot of people selling that specific item that you're selling the same thing. They may not have, it might not be in pristine condition. Like I said, that HP printer I seen that person put up there, it was filthy. And the person had no problem taking pictures of it, dirt all over the thing. I mean, it was disgusting. I wouldn't even want to bring it in my house. That's how dirty it was. But yet, the person put it up there. They put it on eBay. Now, did it ever sell? No, I didn't put it on my watch list. I wasn't interested in that. I'm interested in selling my own printer. I'm not worried about somebody seeing if there's somebody to check and see if somebody was selling a dirty printer. I couldn't care less, you know. But it just goes to show you. But that's the point I'm getting across. Your item may be pristine. You may have everything with it. Okay. Like I don't now with the printers I get, I don't have software or user guides with it. But let's say I'm selling a printer and you're selling one like that, right? Now, if you're selling that with the CD-ROMs with it, you know, the operational software and the user guide, and if it's got its original packaging, who do you think I'm going to go to? I'm going to go to you. I'm going to buy from you because you got what I'm looking for. I would like to have a complete package. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So you may have something that somebody else may not have. Yeah, I'm selling a printer. It has no user guide. It doesn't have original packaging. It doesn't come with software. So if somebody else has that there, most likely they're going to probably make a quicker sale than I'm going to. Even though mine might be like a new, clean condition, they may make a better sale. The other thing I always throw in there, which is a minimal investment, especially when I get at a thrift store, I always throw a USB printer cable in there, because why sell a printer without the cable? Because that means the buyer gets it. Oh, now I got to run to the store. And if you go out and price the store to retail on a retail establishment, on a retail market, they're pretty costly in some cases. The USB printer cables. Okay, so I throw it in there as a little incentive. Here's also a free USB printer cable. Okay, but it helps, and I've sold quite a few printers like that, folks. And that's what I'm trying to say when it comes to selling an item like that. If you go to watchcount.com, and I do my research like that, and I've talked about it in my other videos. I'm not going to get too much into it, but that's how I pretty much check my stuff out. But anyway, listen, I think I took enough of your time. I'm sorry if I did. I'm sorry for rambling on. I just like to share stuff with you guys. I just want to say thank you again for checking out my video. If you do like it, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated to when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Let's Talk eBay. Today is February 18, 2020. And in closing, I just want to say if you are new to eBay and you're thinking about selling on eBay, and for the seasoned sellers like myself, I want to wish you as the new eBay seller and the seasoned sellers all the best of luck. Let's make 2020 the year to hopefully get sales on eBay. I will probably be doing a video. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but I may. It depends the time I get this one up and published and everything, because I got to do editing on it and stuff. I may be doing a video. Next video will probably be about adding videos to your eBay listings, and hopefully it could boost sales. In some cases, it does work. It does help. I've done it in the past, and I had a couple, not a whole bunch of people, but I did have quite a few people, that said because of your eBay, the video embedded in your listing is what made me want to buy that item. And I'm going to show you how it's done. That's going to be coming up. I'm going to definitely, I think I could definitely do that today. I think I could definitely fit that in with this today with the schedule. It's still early yet. It's only 1 p.m. over here. I don't see why I can't. But I definitely would like to do that there and share that information with you guys. All right, let me let you go. Be on the lookout for that video. It's coming up. It's going to be coming up later on, and along with other videos too. Like I said, I like to share information with you guys out there. If you're an eBay seller, hey, welcome to the channel, okay? And I like to interact with people. So if you're an eBay seller and you want to throw some comments out there, as long as they're nice, share some stuff with me and the YouTube community, but the people who are on my channel who subscribe to me, that'd be great. The more the merrier. I really would love to build this channel up to not only thousands of subscribers, but hundreds of thousands of subscribers, maybe millions of subscribers, because I love to get the word out there. I don't mind doing the research, and I don't mind taking the time out of my busy day to share the information with you guys, especially if it helps. That's the most important thing with my channel. As long as you guys get a takeaway from it, that's all that matters to me. That's a plus right there. That is great. I mean, I never. Some people may say thanks for the videos and stuff like that, but I'm talking when it comes to talking about eBay. I don't really get too much of that, and I'm not looking for kudos and say, hey, thanks for sharing the information. I've done this, that, and the other. I'm not looking for that. But hey, if you want to throw a nice comment in there and saying it was helpful, that's great. I appreciate it. But anyway, that's what my YouTube channel is all about. So I do hope you guys like it. And again, I just want to say thank you for taking the time out of your busy day. Until next time, bye-bye for now.